Hey guys, back out from my pad here. I'm here with my dear friend Diane who came over to celebrate my birthday and my retirement, and she brought me these beautiful blueberry bushes, guys. And this is one thing you guys know I do not have on backyard farm. And so in today's video we're gonna walk through how to pot up a blueberry plant. And she brought me this huge beautiful like a whiskey barrel. So I think this is like a 20-gallon, right? It looks like about a 20-gallon.
Yeah, almost a 20.
Yeah, it's like a 20-gallon whiskey barrel. So we're gonna pot up these blueberry plants. And guys, look, these blueberry plants are already blossoming and actually have blueberries. So guys, I cannot wait to be eating blueberries. All right, Diane. So let's talk about what we did so far. So far, we put some drainage holes because whenever you're planting any plant, you want to make sure that there's good drainage. And then I just threw some dried Mexican sunflower sticks to kind of keep the soil, kind of keep it a little bit off the drain holes. You can also use, if you have like large blocks, it's really better if you have like large stones. You can put large stones around to just make sure that you keep those drain holes open. So blueberries like acid loving soil. So Dan, you can tell us about the mix. This is my first time doing blueberries, or my second time. I think I did blueberries years ago, but my first time on on backyard farm. So Dan is gonna walk us through what to do. So what is this one?
So this mix I did with peat, peat moss
Mm-hmm.
and compost,
Okay. Nice.
mixed with cow manure
Okay. Good.
and perlite.
Nice. Nice.
Also, I got more peat moss with some acid loving
The acidifier.
acidifier.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna mix that closer to the plants when we put them in.
Okay. Great. Great.
So
I mean, that's a true friend. She even came with her own box of soil. So ready to plant up now.
and some pine needles,
Okay.
of course, more acid loving.
Right, because pine needles are very acidic. So you're gonna mulch with that?
Yes, I'm gonna put those on top
Okay,
when we
good.
put them in.
All right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put
Will it be easier if we just lift the box?
back. Yeah, that would
All right.
probably
So
work.
Peter, my son Peter is helping out. My handsome son. So we're pouring the soil in, the soil mix, homemade soil mix. That looks like a nice rich mix, man. Ooh, ooh, guys, it feels so good. Mm.
Okay, that should be. Yeah, so we do half and half.
Okay. Diane has been here like for hours. She has helped me do so much work. That big pile of stuff over there, she cut down. She's been cutting down dead plants and digging and planting and doing a whole bunch of stuff for me. Good friend. All right, so she's gonna put the plant in now.
Just squeezing it a bit to get the plant out.
Yeah.
Of course.
Ooh, little root bungs, so we have to
Loosen it up a little
loosen up
bit,
the
I
roots.
think.
Yep. You can just rub along the edge like this to loosen it up. Yeah, guys, if you get a plant like this that you see, it's not really bad, but if you see it's root bound, let's look at the bottom. You always have to loosen it up. Otherwise, when you plant it, it'll be in the ground for months or years. And when you pull it out, it wouldn't take off because the roots are just bound round and bound up. So another way to get rid of root bound is you can soak it. You can stick the whole plant in some water and soak it to loosen up the roots. The whole thing is loose all the way around. Oops, mosquitoes. Yeah.
Pretty good, I think.
You think so? This side is still a little bound. These mosquitoes are something. All right. So nice and loose. You see how the roots are now?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, let them
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that way they can go into the soil. And then the soil is really loose and nice. So the plant should be able to take off.
Or should we put more mix? Because the mix gonna sink down too low.
Or we're adding a little bit of soil to make it so that the plants are more on in line. The top of the root line is
Yeah,
more in line with the top of the plant.
yeah.
Or
Because this, of course, gonna shrink when we water
yeah,
it down.
yeah,
So,
yep. I think that's good.
I think one could
Cause you're
go
gonna
here.
mulch. Cause you're gonna mulch over it and everything.
Yes. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, guys, look at all these blossoms. All of these blossoms are gonna be fruit. Oh, and we got a special. I'll put the name on there. We got something special from this class I'm taking. You literally use 2 tablespoons for 45 plants. So we worked it out that we need 1 teaspoon for 7 plants, and this is 2 plants, so we're going to use about a quarter teaspoon. But it's supposed to be something that it's supposed to be really, really great for blueberries. And it can actually be sprinkled directly on the root, or we can water it in. So
This one looking much better.
yeah. Alright, what about the bottom? The bottom is good?
Yeah, I think the bottom is.
Okay. Alright. And I'm gonna get that thing. I'm gonna sprinkle it lightly, like maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon to touch the roots, and then I'm gonna water the rest in. I'll put the name of it on here, but this is actually 1 teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon is for 7 plants. So I'm just gonna lightly put some along so that the roots are in contact with it for each plant, and then the rest of then I'm gonna water in a quarter teaspoon. All right, guys, we just made an executive decision. These plants, they're going to be growing, so we're going to need more space. So I had another very large pot here. I think that's probably, what was it?
I think it's just a 7 gallon.
It's 7? Only 7? Oh,
Yeah, I think this one's a
yeah.
7.
So we're going to put one of the plants in here so that way they have space to bush out. All right, so what is this now? What are you putting in there?
So a little more peat moss I'm going to put around them before I finish putting up the soil.
Okay, but we're splitting them off into 2.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so
I'll
yeah,
take
let's
one
split it out, yeah.
and put on this side.
Oh yeah, that one is perfect. I think it'll
Yeah.
grow well in that 7-gallon pot.
Yeah, I think so too. Because these should bush up
Yeah.
real good.
Do blueberries require like a second plant, like 2 plants, in order for them to do well, or can one blueberry do okay?
I think most of them are self-pollinating.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I think so.
Hey, Storm. And then she brought me these beautiful zinnias. I have to find somewhere to plant these zinnias.
Okay, just a little acidifier and
Okay.
a little more peat.
Okay. And I think I actually have a bag of soil acidifier. I just don't have anything to acidify. I had bought a blueberry like 2 years ago, but I put it in the same pot with rosemary, and the rosemary literally grew and killed it.
Took it over.
Yeah.
Win.
Yep. And I know your blueberries are doing very well. So whatever you're doing is doing good.
Okay, so now I'm gonna finish adding the soil. Fill it in.
Wow. So even though you brought the soil for 1 plant, it ended up that it's enough for 2 plants.
Yeah. Also, I think I want to put some more of the bark.
Okay. And then, so at what point do you put the pine straw?
That one I'll put on top.
Okay. All right, guys. So make sure that the soil is up to the root line. So the soil is right up to where the previous, the plant, up to the same level as where the plant was in the pot. And the soil feels wonderful. So now Diane is gonna add some pine mulch because the pine is acidic, and some pine needles. And she's just tapping on that other one.
Make sure it's nice and
Yep. Add in the pine needles. I mean the pine bark.
Oh, and the
I like this.
needles.
I like this pine bark. It's not like the big coarse
No,
one.
yeah, this one is a fine.
That's nice.
So what I do, I just grate these up.
And these pine needles, guys, if you have any pine trees in your at your house or in your neighborhood, you can just gather the pine needles, which is what she did here. She didn't have to go out and buy it. And pine needles are really good at suppressing weeds. Also, if you guys notice, under pine trees you never ever see weeds. It's like the pine needles for some reason it's very good at suppressing weeds.
So I'm just gonna get a little more mulch and mulch and finish up.
Yep. And guys, there you have it, guys. This is so beautiful. I cannot wait to enjoy some berries. I'm definitely going to be enjoying some berries soon. So now that we have finished, what we can do, you can actually take the labels off if you want, or I'm not going to take it off right now because it's kind of loose. But with these labels, you always want to make sure it's not something that's going to cut into the plant. We're going to leave the labels on. But once you do this, guys, don't forget to water it in well. So whenever you plant something for the first time, make sure you give it a really good drink. Whenever I plant a fruit tree in the ground, I like to give it as much as 5 gallons of water. Just soak it, soak it, soak it. Since these are in pots, I'm probably gonna give it maybe a gallon of water and make sure you see the water running out the bottom, at least initially. You're gonna keep it moist but not overly wet. And then after it's established, then you can start watering it maybe once or twice a week. All right. Thank you so much, Diane, for this wonderful
Okay.
gift. This is a gift that keeps on giving. I'll be eating berries, blueberries for years, and 2 plants. So, guys, these like sun. So we're gonna put it in full sun. And what you can do is, if you see the leaves starting to like look like they're getting burnt, then you can move it to a more shady area. Because we're in Central Florida, but right now it's winter, so it's not too hot. So we're gonna get them established in full sun, and I can, because they're in pots, we can move them around as needed. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it encouraged you to go out there and plant something. You see how easy it is to plant these blueberry plants. Till next time, bye now.